Now they've got to walk the walk. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Time for our tail of the tape. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko. Lightweight division. Of course, he's a former world champion in 3 different weight classes. Weighing in at 130 pounds, 5'6" tall with a reach of 65. There can Juan Manuel Marquez. And how about this man? Not only a pound-for-pound fighting.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Mexico City, here is the Hall of Fame 4-division champion of the world, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
It's a
Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. That hook doesn't score. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one's dare do anything out of turn.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Good counter punch. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great round, great round.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
The jab doesn't quite connect. That right hook not connecting. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nope, that uppercut does not score. That hook just can't find the target. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They're in trouble! Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just the same. Gathering your pace and win this round back.
And there's the bell for round 3. There's a counter shot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Straight right just misses. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Missing with the hook. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Back out there. I need you to win this.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab misses. And he scores with the counter. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Couldn't land that jab. Swing and a miss with the jab. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Misses with the straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. talk about Loma in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Feel good?
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Both men step back for just a moment. Tried to score with a jab. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Lomachenko goes down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You're being put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. The jab's working nice.
Don't give him anything. Go back.
This is the beginning of round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Good defense there to stop that hook. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be... And they're back at it again here in round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab misses. He misses with that jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Down goes Lomachenko. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are ready.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
You've got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make...
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. What a dominant performance, and it shows...